All right. Welcome, guys, to the call. It's nice to have y'all here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our shout outs. Can you guys all see my slides? Perfect. That is so weird. Can't you just listen to me talk?
Yeah, well, but if other people talk, I can't hear them.
Yeah, you can. You can hear them on my computer.
Okay, true.
Right now, no one's talking. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry. This is just, we're trying to get situated here. All right, guys. So we're going to start with the shout outs. We have some top producers and new rank advancements. We have Gia Ramos at 660 at the very top. Congrats. We have Erin Traill at 615. Cheyenne Barton at 487. Megan Blanca at 480. Michael Gowan at 353. Alicia Smith at 338. Brian Schaefer at 330, Kaylee Hurst at 330, and Andrea Youngblood at 320. And then our newest Emerald, we have Cindy Pickering, Amber White, and Gia Ramos. Congratulations, guys. If you guys can just do me a favor and make sure you're on mute, that would be awesome. I hear a little background noise. I just want to Erica, I don't know if you're muted, but it's not letting me mute you. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry. Okay. And now we have some Success Club. I was going to say top producers. That's not working. People at Success Club 5 and 10. We have Success Club 10, Angela Greer at 18, Cheyenne Barton at 12, Holly Whitworth at 11, and Erin Traill at 10. And I know there's a few people who were signing up coaches and more challengers today, so I know you do have a little bit more, but this is just what came today, so congratulations, guys. And then we have Success Club 5, Erica Sisson at 9, Gia Ramos at 9. Girl, Gia, you are on like all the leaderboards. Megan Blanca at 8, Kaylee Hirth, I think I said it wrong, at 8, Jessica Thompson at 8, Reagan Long at 8, Misty Valentine at 7, Ashley Frieda at 7, Stephanie Plumley at 7, Kara Curtis at 7, Kayla Mays at 7, Elise Mutzbach at 6, Joy Smith at 6, Laura Bowser at 6, Tabitha Smithers at 6, Gina Shaw at 6, Caitlin Hawley at 6, Christopher Shank at 6, Samantha Malik at 6, Allison Haberman at 6, Heather Stanizak at 6, Angela O'Connor at 6, Katie Tersha at 5, and Melissa Chavez at 5. Way to go, guys. That's awesome because we're literally like just over halfway through the month. You guys still have a lot of time. So, and I know it's the Cup Challenge month and you guys are trying to go big or go home, and I'm hoping that you guys are going big. It looks like you guys are doing an amazing job. There's tons of coaches here that are almost at Success Club 5 for the month. Like I said, there's plenty of time. There's a ton of names here. Every single one of you that is on this leaderboard can still make it to 5, can still reach their goals, plus more if they want to. So this is just the beginning. You have plenty of time. And if you guys are new into this business and you're wondering, okay, well, what is Success Club? This is just a way of showing that you are helping people. It's a recognition that Beachbody gives us. Whenever you do hit Success Club 5 or 10, you do get rewarded for that. So when you hit Success Club 5, Beachbody will give you free customer leads. So if someone signs up and they do not have a coach, you could be assigned as their coach. And then if you do hit Success Club 10 that next month, Beachbody will give you free Success Club leads, which means if someone signed up with a challenge pack or Shakeology and they don't have a coach, they don't know anybody, you could be assigned as their coach. So you would actually earn commission off of them. You do not earn initial Success Club points off of them. You do earn initial commission. And then if they would order something else, you would get the Success Club points for that. But this is a perfect opportunity for you to help more people and get them into your challenge groups or even the coaching opportunity. All right. So Success Club 5, I always say, if you're working a business and you're trying to help people, this is non-negotiable for you. You want to make sure that you're at least helping 3 people every single month. And how you get these points is by challenge packs or Shakeology and home direct orders. So challenge packs, you'll get 2 points. Shakeology and home direct, you get 1 point. All right, and then we have our promotions for this month. We have the 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme, size, and 3-day refresh challenge pack for $140, and that includes the fitness program and the Shakeology and home direct. And I always say access to my challenge group because you want to show the value that you're giving to your potentials. And then for $180, you get the 21-day fix kickstart, 21-day fix extreme kickstart, and size kickstart, which includes the 3-day refresh on top of that. I'm like moving all around here, sorry. All right, next we have our team upcoming events and groups. On the 24th of February, we have our 2-hour live Beachbody coaching event. And that is for anyone who is interested in the coaching opportunity. They're not sure what Beachbody is. You want to give them more information on coaching. We are going to have an event. I'm going to actually open that up. You can add people to it, and it will start at 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll have a couple videos with posts, and they'll go every so often, and then at the very end, and the videos will just tell us about what Beachbody is about, what coaching opportunity we'll give everyone, and then at the end we'll do like a little Zoom call just to ask any additional questions and help get everyone to feel comfortable and confident in their decision to start with the coaching journey with us. All right, and then we have February 22nd is our next Coach Basics, and I just decided to open this up. We have a lot of new coaches that are starting after the 1st, which we already have our Coach Basics going on. So I am opening up a second Coach Basics. So if you are new to the business or you have any coaches who are brand new and you want to get them started, make sure that you ask me and I will add you into that Coach Basics as well. We have a little preseason going on right now, so we're just getting everyone started for Monday. Next, we have our Super Saturday event is coming up April 1st and 2nd. It depends on the location, what date it's actually going to be. I am going to be having one hosting here in Chambersburg, PA. So if you're in there's one in Pittsburgh too. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area, you can go to that one, or you can travel and see us. Either one works. So if you're in the Philly area, DC, Baltimore, York, Harrisburg area, feel free to come join us. It'll be a lot of fun. I do not have a set location yet tomorrow. I hope to have a final location for us, though, and I will be posting that. And if you are not in this area, just go on the Team Beachbody website under events, and then it says Super Saturday, and you can actually put in your zip code so you can find one that's in your area. Sorry, guys, I need to, there we go. All right, and then next we have our like page training that'll be starting on February 29th. Kaylee Hennessy is actually one of my success partners / BFFs who is going to be hosting it for us. She was awesome enough to include me in this because she paid $300 for this training. It was, I think it was a month long, and she decided to open it up and take what she learned from it and help some other coaches. So this is going to be a great opportunity. If you are looking for another social media avenue to use to help find a new audience, a like page is awesome. She's going to give you the goods, and it's going to be starting February 29th. She does have a couple requirements. You do have to be an Emerald coach, and you have to commit to checking in daily, doing the daily assignments, and you must have hit Success Club 5 by the start date, which is February 29th. So if you have any questions, please just feel free to ask me. And next we have the challenge group tracker. Has anyone seen this yet? It is launched officially. All right, so you can use it on your phone or your computer. That's the little icon that I have there at the top left is what it looks like whenever you look on your phone. It's for Android or iPhone. Just type in My Challenge Tracker. It will come up. You can download it, and you can start getting a challenge group open. But this is a great way for people can check in, say if they had their shakes, say if they did their workout. I think they can even say what kind of workout they did. But they can post and check in. You have the opportunity to pin post at the top. and you can do your posts same as you would in the challenge group. But there's a lot of new information that you can do. So look in the FAQs 3222, and you can get some more information on that if you haven't started using it. Also in the back office under the updates on the right-hand side, you will have links that you can watch some videos to learn more about the challenge group tracker. All right. Next, we are going to go ahead and let Erin Traill talk. I am not going to bore you guys with all my announcements. I know that's not the funnest, but Erin Traill is going to be talking, and I'm really, really excited to hear her because she is really good at what I'm not good at, which is scheduling, focusing, and organizing your business. I'm not like terrible at it, but she is really, really good at this. She is a busy mom of two amazing, beautiful little girls. As you can see, Aubrey and Kate there. They seriously, like, I just want to eat them up every time I see them. They're amazing. And she is such an amazing mommy. And what? She is a nurse. Me and her actually went to high school together and never talked. But we both could have, because we both ate lunch in the bathroom because we had no friends. I don't know how we didn't meet in the bathroom. But here we are, back at it again. And we didn't talk for, oh my gosh, what was it? 8 years? Maybe, I don't know how long we've been out of high school. But anyways, we started talking, and right away she got into a challenge group. And she has just been blowing it up and doing an amazing job. She's part-time now as a nurse and working on just making her business full time. She is extremely busy. Like, she doesn't get a lot of sleep. So for a very busy mom who doesn't get sleep, she literally like, no one has excuses, because she could make every excuse not to work her business because of how busy she is working from home with her kids, constantly having something to do. But she does not make any excuses. She just does it. And even if she gets like no sleep for 35 hours. So Erin, I am going to let you take it away. I'm going to stop my screen share. Where am I here? Hold on, just give me a sec. Why is it not letting me? Hold on. There we go. All right. Erin, you want to?
Yeah. Yep, I have to figure out how to screen share. There we are. Because I actually made slides like I was a big girl.
I'm so proud of you.
Can you see them now? Okay. All right, well, thank you for that great introduction. Like Deidra said, my name is Erin Traill. I have been working the business for 22 months. Initially, when I started working the business, I was just kind of like a challenger doing my thing. Thought I would just sell some challenge packs, pay for myself, pay for preschool, pay for dance, whatever. So that's how I spent 2014 in my business. But 2015, I really decided I wanted to grow a team, make this more of a full-time gig. And I did a lot of failing forward. And one thing I learned a lot about is scheduling, focusing, and organizing my business. Because like Deidra said, I don't have a lot of time. I work night shifts as a nurse. So I'm up with my kids all day, I work all night, and then I'm up with them again all day. So first, I want to talk about scheduling. And scheduling is something that I wasn't really good at the beginning of my business. And I ran into a lot of problems. So why you should schedule your business time is because you can't be the best at everything all at once. And that was a big mistake that I made. I was trying to be a wife. I was trying to be a mom. I was sometimes trying to be a nurse. And working my business at the same time. And you really need to focus in on those business hours. Another really big problem that I ran into was my family didn't know what to expect from me, especially my husband. I wasn't scheduling my time. I wasn't writing the calls down on the calendar. And then he would come home late and I would be mad because I had scheduled this time to work, but he didn't know that. So it really has avoided a lot of conflict now that I make a schedule and I share my schedule. So everyone knows what to expect. I also work from a list. So this really helps to keep me focused because there's a lot of times like yesterday where I was up for, I don't even remember how many hours, but I just wanted to go to bed. But the things on my list weren't done. And that's kind of like a rule of mine. I can't go to bed unless everything from my list is done. I wouldn't go to bed with dishes in my sink. So I'm not going to go to bed without checking with my challengers, without doing the things that I have on my list. And it helps you plan ahead. So for example, if you have a busy weekend going on, you know that I need to plan some time ahead of time. I have a busy weekend coming up, so I know that if I want to keep consistent with my goals of posting 3 blog articles a week, then I need to have them ready to go. I know I need to have posts ready to go. So it kind of just gives you a visual so you can plan that out. And obviously, you don't want to spend all this time making a schedule if you're not going to stick to it. So this is kind of what my day usually looks like. This is what I call my work from home mom routine. And the reason that I like to put this out here is because this was a big mistake that I made in my business in end of 2014, beginning of 2015. I was trying to do it all. But I'm going to tell you, if you're a mom, your kids are going to appreciate the one-on-one time more than they're going to appreciate you working your business while you're trying to be a mom. So I say I have business time and family time, and never the two should meet. I know my kids would rather have me 100% of the time for 1 hour than 50% of me for 2 hours. So my day looks like a 5 a.m. wake up with a workout, and then I work my business until they wake up. We do our morning routine, and then I send Aubrey on the bus at 8:30. Kate and I, who's my 2-year-old, we have our one-on-one time for a few hours, and then we go get Aubrey from school, and we have lunch, and we just kind of hang out. When Aubrey gets home from school, she's really tired. I do a power hour while she watches a movie, and then she gets her one-on-one time. Then Kate wakes up from her nap. We are dinner, dancing, cleaning up, and our evening pre-bed routine, this is something else that I really learned a lot. The routine was good for me, it was good for my kids, and it was good for my business. So I was spending a lot of time with my kids, and then I would put them to bed, and then I found myself like using 30 or 45 minutes of my time to clean up the playroom, to do the dishes, to do this, to do that, when I just needed to teach them that they could help me do this. So we spend 30 minutes where Kate plays in the sink and I'm doing dishes and Aubrey's shooting baskets with her toys, just trying to make it fun. So then that way when they're in bed, that 30 or 45 minutes that I was spending doing these tasks, I now had that time to work my business. And it's good for your kids to learn responsibility. So chore charts and making fun of cleaning up activities. Then before I put them to bed, I'd let them have some quiet time with the show. I check into my groups, and then they go to bed. And then it's my time. 9 to 11 is kind of my 2-hour power hour. And that's usually what my day looks like. Now you might look at this and say, I don't have 5 hours to work my business. But for me, the days that I'm home, I need to work my business this many hours, because the nights that I'm working, I'm not getting that 9 to 11 power hour. I'm not getting the 5 a.m. workup power hours because I'm at work and as a nurse. And so I have to make do. The days that I'm off, I really have to kind of cram it all in. So that's what my average day looks like. So with that being said, I feel like you really need to be focused, whether you have 5 hours to spend on your business or whether you have 1. At the end of 2015, I was really disappointed about where I was in my business. I kind of had to take a step back, and I said to myself, why am I working the same amount of hours as rock star coaches and not getting the same results? Why do I feel like I'm overachieving and getting minimal results? And I had to think about what were they doing different. And there's Darren Hardy talks about the difference between overachievers and superachievers. And he says that the difference between the two of them is focus. So I had to figure out what it was that they were doing that I wasn't, until I realized that I wasn't looking at that right. It was that I needed to look at what they weren't doing. And Steve Jobs said, deciding what not to do is just as important as deciding what to do. Saying yes is easy, but saying no takes courage. So when I think about that, I think about the times that I skipped my daughter's nap and skipped the power hour because I let them, we went and did something that day. I think about the times that I skipped my 9 to 11 power hour that I had scheduled to go on an impromptu date or do something. I think about the times that I decided to say yes to the snooze button and no to the power hour. It's not about doing a lot of things. It's about doing few things very, very well. So I really love this quote down at the bottom by Peter Drucker. There is nothing, hold on, now I can't see it because you guys are in my way. There is nothing so useless as doing efficiently that which should not be done at all. So I want you to think about that. Think about when you're scrolling on Facebook, when you're posting a salesy post, when you're skipping your power hour. Those are things that you should not be doing. And when you think about the crappy stuff that you're doing in your business, that's what I really had to start focusing on. What was I doing efficiently that I shouldn't be doing at all? What is going to drive my business forward? It's not about doing more. It's actually about doing less. So when you stop doing, it's about stopping, what did I say? Oh, so stop what isn't yielding results. Then you can focus on what is and become world-class in that area. So I had to realize that spending time making my blog pretty was great, but it wasn't worth hours of my time. The invites were worth hours of my time. The checking in with people, the building the relationships, that was what would be yielding my results. But that's not what I was focusing on. So I really love that quote. If you think about if you might be the best at putting a sales ad together, but we're not in the business of leading with a sales ad. So what a shame if that's what you're spending your time and your effort on. So when I'm thinking about all the things I shouldn't be doing, it made me think about what I needed to be focused on. And all business practices talk about vital functions, the vital few. And for us, that's our vital behaviors. I break them down just a wee little bit differently. So Carl Deichler says, invite 3 times because it's that important. But for me, I have 1 invite that means personal invites, 1 invite that means post, and 1 invite that means follow-up. My other one is be proof the products work, and I add in and share your story bravely. It is not easy to share your story, but it is vital to your business. You need to show people who you are. You need to live boldly. You need to be unapologetically you, because you will inspire somebody. You just being you. And our personal development, which I think speaks for itself. So these are the things that you need to be focused on. You need to stop scrolling on Facebook, stop scrolling on Pinterest. It's these things that are going to drive your business forward. And when you focus strictly on that, that is what is going to, like I said, drive your business forward. So I had to think, well, I am doing all these vital behaviors and I'm working on my business 5 hours a day. What am I doing wrong? So I decided to use the timer on my phone and time the time that I was spending on my vital behaviors, not the time that I was looking at who was I going to invite, not the amount of time I was spending on what I was going to say, the time that I actually spent sending personal invites, the time that I actually spent posting, the time that I actually spent following up. So when I was actually doing those things, I would set the timer on my phone. And the second I stopped doing them, I would stop the timer. And you would be amazed in that 5 hours how little work, how little, how few vital behavior time I actually got in. So once I became aware about how much time I was actually spending on our 3 vital behaviors, I just have been aiming on increasing that time. So that's a little challenge for you. If you feel like you're spending a lot of time on your business, I want you to really focus on these 3 vital behaviors. Time the time that you're actually doing them, and then you'll see where your time is being spent. You want to make sure that you're getting the biggest bang for your buck in terms of time. I believe time is the most valuable currency that we have. I love this quote. The size of your success is equal to the size of the problems you solve. So I want you to think about this. If you spend your office time making your blog look pretty, which is what I said that I did a lot of, or working on pictures or working on posts, and that's all I do that day, that determines my victories for that day. That determines my success for that day. But if you spend that same amount of time, that same amount of energy on different things, for example, helping your challengers, gaining leads, prospecting coaches, that will lead to a different level of success. Therefore, yielding different results because you're solving a bigger problem. Nobody cares if your icons on the blog are on the left to the right. So just leave them be. Focus on the problems that are big because those will yield the bigger results for you. I want you to think about what your time is worth. I want you to think about, so for example, let's just say you make $20 an hour at your regular job. Take a look, if you spent 2 hours on something on your business, would you have paid somebody 40 hours to do that for you? Because essentially, that's what your time is worth. Would you have paid somebody $40 to do whatever it is that you spent the last 2 hours of your office time on? And that's how you know if it was worth it or not. Uber focus requires Uber organization. So I have evolved a lot in how I've organized my business. I used to be a strict pen and pencil paper kind of girl, but that really wasn't working for me because this is a mobile business for me. I work it in the car. I work it in the kindergarten pickup line. I'm working my business here, there, and everywhere. And then the last thing I want to do after a busy day is come home and sit there with a pencil and track everything that I did. So this has been the easiest way for me to organize my business. So I don't know if you guys use Wufu, but it is wufu.com. It is probably my favorite thing ever. It's free. You just sign up and then you can create 3 applications. You take these applications and you, like I have one for coaching, I have one for a free clean eating group, I have one for my challenge groups. So whenever someone comes to you, I say, hey, can you just fill out this application? Or they find it on the blog and they fill out the application. This application comes directly to my email. From my email, I can print it and then I reply to them. Once I print it, I can write notes on, there's plenty of space at the bottom or on the back of the paper, and I write notes. So I'll write the day that I initially reached out to them. I have a generic email that I send, and I will personalize it based on their application. Then I file their paper under follow-up, challenger, or coaches. And as we continue our conversation, I will continue to write notes on it. And I love that I have a piece of paper that I can move around my binder. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when I talk about my binder. So this gives you an endless supply of follow-ups. If I probably have 70 Wufu applications that I've been following up with, that I'm hoping no one's getting annoyed. They're still like kind of answering me, but I have 70 of them upstairs. So when times are tough, I have all these people that I can be following up with. Like I said, you can take notes on the back and easily move from folder to folder. My newest, greatest hack is the Facebook friends list. So this helps keep me organized on the go. And you can see over here on the side, these are the friends lists that I use. I have my potentials, my coaches, my 10 in play, and my new contacts. So this really helps keep me organized on the go. So in the morning when I send out my friend requests, when they accept them, I click under their profile, and then you can add them to a list. So automatically Facebook like throws them in your acquaintance, in an acquaintance list. It automatically will throw them into, like if you work with them or you went to the same high school, they'll throw them into this list. But you can add them to any list that you want. So automatically add them under new contacts. Then instead of scrolling and trying to find them in the morning, I can just click under new contacts. I can like and comment on their stuff, and it's an easy way for me to build a relationship with them, because I do not like sending that like cold, like, hey, how are you? Hey girl, what's up? Kind of message. That's like not my thing. So once we start forming a relationship, I'll move them from new contacts to potentials. Once they go there, then they go to my 10 in play. 10 in play is something that I learned from Katie Ursta. She likes to have 10 people that she is actively talking to about Beachbody. So I like to always have 10 people in there that were in active conversations, or it's been brought up about a challenge group. Maybe they're not ready yet. Maybe they're waiting for next month or a new program or whatever it is. And then I also keep my coaches in a separate place too, because I want to, I don't want to say like spy on them, but kind of just see what their posts look like, and see how I can add value to their post with wording or whatever. And then I can also post or like and comment their stuff and help increase their stuff in the news feed. So I add this into my favorites. So it's just right on the left-hand side whenever I sign into Facebook. And so I can get in, I can post and add value and get right back out and not get stuck in that scrolling game that I know we are all guilty of, including myself. So lastly, I want to talk to you about my binder and wipe off board. These are things that I used to live by, but not so much anymore, because like you can see, like tonight I'm working in my living room because I put my kids to bed early and I don't want to, I'm afraid that I'll wake them up or that they'll call for me. So I used to spend a lot of time with my binder and my wipe off board, but then like I said, I found that if I wasn't with it, I almost like didn't know what to do, and then I would have to come home and track it and rewrite it. And so these are things that I still use, but I just don't use as much. So on my wipe off board, I put my 10 in play on there just because I like to have them right there in my face. I have my coaching potentials, who I want to add into my next business opportunity call or coach basics. I have my working coaches that are like really standing out to me. I put those on my board. Success Club, even though I always know where I stand with Success Club, I really like to tally it. I don't know, it's a gratification thing for me. I keep track of my volume, any blog ideas that I have, upcoming blog ideas, and my monthly goals. I like my monthly goals to be like bam, right in my face. In my binder, I divide that into yearly goals, my Wufu follow-ups, and my non-Wufu follow-ups. Challenge groups that I'm running, any training groups, and my coaches. So like I said, I take the Wufu applications, and when they're just in a file in the follow-up area, that's just kind of like a generic section in my binder. Then once they move into a challenge group, then I just take them out of that section. I put them into the challenge group section. Then I can write their goals on there for the challenge group, where they started, their measurements, whatever it might be. And then if they decide to become a coach, then I can move them into the coaching tab and move them around based on their training groups. So for me, that's just a really easy way to not, I was constantly like writing and rewriting and removing people. So for me, this is just an easy way, an easy and free way to just move them throughout. So I hope that's helpful. Sorry, I talked really fast. Oh, really fast. It's not a deeper call.
No, I don't think you talked too fast. I think it was good. Thank you. Yes, it was a lot of awesome info. I love the part that you mentioned about how you do your Facebook list. That
That
is
has
really,
saved
really
me.
helpful. Huh?
That saves me.
Yeah, I really like that. I'm going to start doing that because I have mine, but I'm not consistent with it at all. Loved it. Do you guys have any questions? If you do, just go ahead and unmute yourself.
What about people who haven't filled out the form? So, I have all these people. I say, please fill out the application, but they don't. So then I still, I have them in other lists and things like that. So how do you keep track of those people?
So they go under the non-Wufu application section of my binder, and I pencil them in.
Okay. All right.
I try to keep track of them on my phone, but then like my phone would only let me store so much on a note sheet. So they get penciled in.
Anybody else?
Does anyone do the stopwatch with the vital behaviors? You should. You do, Deidra?
I do.
That surprises me.
Why? I do it because it's my accountability. I have to. Yep. Thank you, friend, for getting on. Why do I surprise you, Erin? I know that I'm not.
Because you see squirrels, so I can't imagine how many times you would have to stop that stopwatch.
Okay, I do restart it a lot.
Okay, see, that's why it surprises me.
I do restart it a lot. I get so mad at myself too because I do 15 minutes with my invites, and then I end up answering a message, and then I have to redo it. Yeah, it's all right. I'm trying. I'm getting better, but at least I do it. You're funny. Don't call me out.
I didn't. It was just a surprise.
That surprises me, Deidra.
Okay, show of hands. Who was surprised by that? Come on, there you go.
My mom put 2 hands up. Does it surprise you that I would use a stopwatch to do my 3 vital behaviors? I don't use it to do my personal development because I read by chapters.
Yeah, I don't use it for that either. But I don't really consider that business time.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else, guys? All right, Erin, it was great information. I took me 2 pages of notes.
Oh my goodness.
It was very, very good. And thank you for mentioning about the Wufu too, because I know there are some coaches who do not use them, but honestly, like it helps answer so many questions, and then like you can print them out, and I organize mine into like coaches or challengers, and it's just nice to have them because if they end up not joining you, you always have them, so you can go back to the people who you talked to a long time ago and follow up with them. It's just an easy way to see that.
Yeah, and
I loved your Wufu tip. I've never printed a Wufu app. I just search for Wufu in my email. I don't delete them. So like when I was in the car, I searched Wufu and went through anyone who gave me a phone number, and I texted them just because I was in the car and had the time to do it. But I never thought about printing them and like tracking them that way. I like that. I just always go back and search in my email.
I started printing mine after Erin told me that she did it the one time, and ever since then I print them.
Yeah, no, that's smart because
isn't it so much easier now that you print them?
Yeah, it is. Because I would get mine lost in my email. And I never thought of searching Wufu, Megan. I would just scroll and search for it. So now it's there. Go ahead, Mom.
Can I have some Wufu critics? Like I have 2 apps. Can you look at them and see if I'm asking all the appropriate questions?
Yeah, can you post them somewhere so I can find them?
Yeah, I'll post them in the Forever Fit group. Is that all right?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep.
I had been using Google Forms because then you get all your information in a spreadsheet. But I think I'm going to switch to the Wufu so you can print it out, like you're saying, because I'm having trouble keeping track of it.
I can't print it out on Google. It doesn't look right to me.
No, it's a spreadsheet, so you have to. It requires a lot of manipulation. It's annoying.
Yeah.
No, it prints it off in like a nice half of a sheet of paper, nice paragraphs. I love it. And then I feel like it eliminates a lot of the like, what kind of exercises do you like to do? What kind of food do you like to eat? Like then we can just get into like really just focus in on what they need.
Yep.
Do you guys have like your Wufu apps your Wufu forms that you use? Do you have them posted in the file section of the group at all?
No, but I'll do that after. I'll do in the thread of this call. I'll put my 3 applications under there.
Okay, thank you so much.
I can add mine too for you so you can have a couple ideas.
Well, they're basically yours.
Oh, Erin can add hers. Well, I stole mine from Melanie, so.
Yeah, I figured. We all, I mean, why reinvent it, right?
Reinvent the wheel. We don't have to do all that. Just fine. Cool. Alicia, I like your hair. I'm staring at it.
I'll be glad when it's like done and where I want it to be, but it's getting there. Thank you.
Oh, shoot. One more thing, guys. One more thing. One thing that I wanted to say on my shout out, which I hope this is okay. I have to give a huge congratulations to Alicia Smith.
It's fine.
Because today she got a message from Beachbody that they want to talk to her not only because they liked her transformation. Usually when Beachbody likes their transformation and she'll be a $500 winner or, something like that, they say they do it by email. They want to have a Zoom call with her and actually talk to her through video chat because I'm pretty sure that something awesome is going to happen here soon. I'm not going to just go ahead and say it, but you know what I'm thinking, infomercial. So let's keep our fingers crossed, say a little prayer for her that everything goes well because I have never, ever, ever heard of them wanting to do a Zoom call with a Beachbody winner. So yay, congratulations.
So the Zoom call is tomorrow at 3:00. They told me to wear something form-fitting so they can see how I'm looking these days. And she's like, it's okay. I know you just turned in your results, so I'm sure you don't look much different, but we want you to wear something form-fitting. And I had to send them in my videos of me working out that I've taken through my transformation. And there was something else she just asked me for. But yeah, she said that so we can see you. So I don't know who's going to be on the Zoom call. I'm a little nervous, but yeah, tomorrow at 3, we'll see how it goes. So
That's
I'm a little
a commercial right there.
I don't know what it means, but yeah, keep me in your prayers tomorrow, guys. I'm going to be a little on edge, but thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to be the thing for, what about for Super Saturday? Like a success story or something exciting.
I have no idea. They emailed me about Zoom.
Oh, Erin! Yes, that could be it.
That was my first thought.
I didn't think of that.
That's awesome. Yay!
But
Cool.
I would think if they were going to do that, they'd give you more time to prepare what you wanted to say.
Nah.
Because I did ask her if I need to be prepared, hair and makeup